Let's talk about music and some things I wish I had known years ago when I decided I wanted to be a musician. I know we're on a boat, this is a bit weird, but I've had finally a few days off from gigs. One of my friends owns this boat in Greece. I flew over, we're on the Mediterranean sailing. I finally have a few days to think about things instead of just focusing on playing music. One of those things is to share with you these tips. Number 1! To the average punter, how you look is probably more important than what you sound like. Don't like it? Don't kill me. I'm just the messenger, and unfortunately, it took me 20 years to figure that one out. Number 2. If you want to be a professional musician, you're probably pretty good at playing your instrument. One of the most important things you can do is build a showstopper around the instrument that you play. It really helps with getting gigs. Secondly, when you have gigs, you can leverage this to get you some sort of brownie points with the band that you're in. Number 3. So this one is specifically for people who sing either lead or backup vocals. Learn how to manage your voice warm up before every gig, even if it's just 10 minutes of humming. Almost every singer I've met thinks they don't need help and that they're singing properly, and they go to a vocal lesson, and wouldn't you know it, they're doing a whole bunch of things wrong, myself included. You need to learn how to perform with your body as though you're going 100%, but with your voice only going 60 or 70%. Pull back a little bit, use the techniques properly, constrict a little bit more and let a little bit less air go through. You can still hit the same note. Learn a routine that you can build your life around, where your voice can sort of start to slowly warm up throughout the day. Number 4, understand your role in every musical situation you get yourself into. You know, if you're the drummer and you've got a really shit hot singer and the show is built around them, your job is to sit in the pocket and just underpin the groove and make sure that the center of the show, which is the singer, gets to keep the center of the show. Your job is to enable other people. Number 5. So, you probably play an instrument very well or sing very well. You should find a skill that is adjacent to your instrument and learn to do it very well. Some suggestions for adjacent skills: sound, videography, super useful. Graphic design, trust me, you're going to design more posters than you ever think you're going to have to. Digital marketing, we'll get into that later. If you can understand sort of basic supply chain things for things like merchandise, super useful. Lighting, super useful adjacent skill to have. And there's so many more. Hey guys, Future Tom here. Before we get into the next one, while I was editing this video, I've had to condense all of these points down so much. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be releasing each of the points as separate videos, and there's a lot more information, including some like stories which are very relevant to the things, again, from like decades of experience. So I hate to be that guy, but click the subscribe button, and if you want to hear more, you're going to get a much longer version of each of these, and I really think it's beneficial, hence why I'll be releasing them. So subscribe, follow, all those things, you'll see them more. Now, number 6, learn to leverage technology so that what you provide is better. However, make sure you have redundancy when you're depending on technology. First one is an EDM monitoring rig. You can decide exactly what you want to hear. You are then in the realm of, I can always hear myself no matter what else is going on the stage. So a lot of drummers, for instance, refuse to play with electronic drums. Now that's fine, you can refuse to play with electronic drums, but you will be missing out on loads of paid gigs. Understand that by you limiting yourself and saying, no, I refuse to use this technology, you're losing out on potential gigs. Number 7. You need to learn music theory. Not learning music theory is like being a race car driver and not knowing how the engine works. Basic music theory, so like what is a major scale and a key, how do those work? Learning the modes and how the modes relate to the keys are super important. Music theory will open doors for you, especially songwriting, soloing, playing in a band. There's no bad reason to learn music theory, and there's absolutely no reason you shouldn't learn music theory. Please learn music theory. Final tip, you're gonna play shit gigs, but you can't let the bad gigs get to you. because they are coming, you will play them, and if you let them get to you, they will win. You're being paid to perform. It doesn't matter how many people are there. It doesn't matter if the audience is loving it or sitting on their cell phones. You're being paid to do the job, do the job. And the more bad gigs you get through, the more good gigs you get out the other side. Final tip. Don't get sucked into the world of egos and drama and whatever. Nobody will like you if you come with an ego, if you treat the staff badly, if you complain about the sound constantly. It'll only work out badly for you. But don't get sucked into the drama of music, because it's an endless pit of drama, and really there's no benefit to being in it. Okay, wow, that was such a long video. Didn't realize I was going to talk about so many things, but you know, condensing 20 years of experience down to some short tips can be quite difficult, and hopefully this is something that you've learned something from. If you have other tips, please leave them in the comments. If you disagree with anything, please put it in the comments and explain why, because I'd love to know how your experience is different to mine. And I will leave you just looking at this lovely Greek island on which I find myself, and a reminder that music is fun, it's great, it's not everything there is to life. Do it well, and make sure you enjoy the other parts. I'm going to go for a little afternoon swim, followed by a siesta, and some lovely Greek souvlaki for dinner. Catch you next time.